Hello, my water signs. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting. Today we are doing your monthly reading for the month of August for my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And I have pulled a few cards to begin with. So to start off with, it has been a very complicated time, at least for me in July. And we are undergoing a lot of shifts right now. There's a lot of things shifting. And that makes it hard to have a firm grounding, to feel grounded and stable in anything that's happening. So keeping that in mind, also Mercury retrograde is kicking my butt because I didn't even remember how I normally do my videos. Like, where does the camera go and where is the stop button? And am I looking this way? Am I looking that way? I don't remember. And I only took 1 month off. But anyways, I want to start off with that it looks like you guys are coming out of a really difficult time right now. And so, firstly, the worst is behind you. Ten of Swords seems like a really bad card, right? But actually, it's a really good card because it's completion. So whatever hard times you've been going through are now closing out. It's recovery time. It is time to pick up the pieces. It's time to rest, and reflect on what's happened and what you can learn from it, what you can take from it, what you don't want to bring with you. So retrospect is really important right now for you in the month of August. Now, of course, things are still moving. Things are still happening. So, of course, it's hard to juggle those things, but really important to do so. There are messages coming to you around money, around health. Sorry for the blur, you guys. There we go. So there's definitely maybe a change in finances. But also remember that Pentacles aren't just about money. They're also about health and stability, your home life, what you eat even. So there will be messages coming in around the physicality of your life. We'll dig in deeper and see what that's talking about. Now the energy that's coming in is a Two of Wands. Now this could be about good partnership. It can be about romantic partnerships, but it can also be about unreliable partnerships. So keeping in mind, I'm looking at a spread. And so this is what I'm gleaning from it. Because in the challenge position, you have the Three of Pentacles. And that talks to me about, why am I not getting that clear? Now I question if I'm actually, it has to be the right way. Anyway, sorry. The Three of Pentacles in the challenge section talks about, to me, that there are more people than just you involved in the outcome of your success, and that it's hard to get everybody on the same page, or like herding cats. That's the phrase I'm getting. Like, so sometimes it's hard when there's more than just you, where I feel like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, you guys are gonna normally be able to get things done on your own. It is when other people get involved that there are delays, and so that's happening. That's challenging for you right now. And in the near future is the Hermit. So the Hermit, to me, in this reading is saying you have everything you need within yourself to get things done. So there might be a situation where you're deciding to go out on your own and make things happen for yourself, because these other people are not reliable or are not helping you to succeed. Maybe they have other things going on and so they're fine. They're not considering that this is your thing that needs to happen. And they aren't really paying any respect to that. In the wild card, you have the Queen of Cups, which is really great for you guys being water signs. So I would suggest that you find some time to focus on a creative project. Now, I know that there can be a lot of things that need to be done, but creativity does fuel manifestation. So you could be painting, crafting something, working on some creative project. It could just be something that you're doing in your home. Maybe you wanted to paint this room, or there's jewelry you want to fix and you know how. Whatever it is, or writing. You want to write a short story, or there's a story that's been on your mind for a really long time. You want to put it to paper or a computer or whatever. So it could be something like that. Creativity is very expansive. There's a lot of ways to be creative. Maybe you've always done your budget on a notepad or in your head, and you're like, I really want to design a spreadsheet for that. That can be creative as well. So it is spread out, and people say, I'm not a creative person. Everybody's creative in some way. It just doesn't look the same for everybody. Also, with the Hermit card, I'm feeling like if you've been on your own for a long time, you may also want to think about what you have learned during that time, and if it's time to come out. Okay, so this is a general reading. There's a lot of us here, and so you have to really factor that in as to what the message is for you individually. So if you have been hermit mode for some time, it can be saying that it's really time to come forward. It's really time to bring what you have learned to the masses. It's time for you to come down from your mountaintop. If you have been surrounded by people, though, and feel exhausted by them, it may be time to retreat and narrow things down to your own energy so you can be more clear about what's happening around you. Now, the need for creative space, for a creative outlet, says to me that there is a little bit of solitude needed. The rest of the spread does say to me that there are definitely others involved, but it doesn't mean that they are going to be the ones to bring about your success. So keep that in mind, and we'll see what these cards have to say to add to that story. The Sacred Forest by Denise Lynn. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to do interesting, very interesting. We'll do one more here. Okay. So what I'm looking at here is, what's interesting is that these two cards came together or layered on top. So the butterfly spirit transformation aligned with the Ten of Swords is like the ending of a hard time, and this is what's coming. Is understand that it's a really difficult process for a caterpillar to become a butterfly, and it turns into goo. It like breaks down its whole structure to become the butterfly, but it still retains a part of its old self. So there could be parts of you that or a part of you that's afraid of letting go of your past self, because your past self has gotten you through a lot of shit, right? But there's something more for you out there. And do not resist. Do not resist that it is okay to shed the past. It's okay to let go of the past self, and have faith that if it's supposed to remain a part of you, it will come back. It will come back. So trust the process. Refuge. So again, this is more hermit energy that I'm seeing here. And you know, taking some time out for yourself and repairing. It's the re words, re, rejuvenation, refuge are all Mercury retrograde cards. Mercury retrograde keywords. So repair, recharge, those kind of things are really beneficial during Mercury in retrograde. And getting an eagle eye perspective on things, rising above problems, seeing things from a different angle. And sometimes you need to detach. You need to detach from things in order to see things very clearly. What needs to be done, what needs to be let go of, what really doesn't matter, because sometimes we focus on things that are gonna be fleeting. This seems like a really big deal, but then suddenly it just resolves itself, and we've spent all of this time and energy trying to figure it out, and we didn't even need to do that. So that was transcending, was with the Hermit. So again, feeling strongly, taking some time out for yourself, carving out some time if your life is busy, you got a lot going on, still finding some way to allow for some time for yourself. And you know, hard work brings rewards. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. Sometimes it takes a lot of time for things to come to fruition. This card is saying to me, you have done a lot of work to make things happen. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, my water signs, you have done a lot. And just because things haven't worked out in the past does not necessarily mean those things are dead and gone. Sometimes that energy just hovers for the right time and then it floods down. August can be a very prosperous month. It can be the beginning of harvesting, reaping what you sow, and you may see that through August that you start to see the little possibilities of things coming together. Yeah, because I feel like there's two harvest seasons this year in my mind. There's August and there's October. And I think that August is going to be a good time for a prosperity beginning. And lastly, you got the the blue bell fairy, gratitude. So real important, you guys, that we are focusing on gratitude when we are worried about our current situation. If there's problems in our relationships, or our job, or our finances, or lack thereof, that we are focusing on what we do have and what is being provided to us, because we can get lost in the thoughts of what we need constantly, what I need, what I don't have, what I need, what I don't have. But what do you have, and what are you thankful for? And it's not just about being thankful that the universe has done this for you, God has done this for you, but what you have done to set yourself up to maintain, to get through hard times, because there's also you. There's also you. So sometimes you need to sit in gratitude for your strength and for what you have done for yourself. We're going to end this with the universe has your back. I haven't pulled out this deck in quite a long time, actually. And here it goes. This is, who wrote this? Gabrielle Bernstein. I'm going to pull a card and see what that message is to close out this reading. Thank you for being here. If you're here, if you're still here, please do like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend about this channel. Your interaction does make a difference in me knowing if you are actually watching and if you find benefit in these readings. All right, so here we go. What is this card? It's this one. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Okay, so let me put it like this. This is true, but there are multiple truths in the universe. Okay, you guys? So it's not always you are what you attract. But when we're talking about gratitude and we're talking about prosperity, indeed, we want to focus our energy and we want to think about abundance and not lack. We want to focus on what is good, what is going good, what we can depend on. And by practicing gratitude, we are fueling the manifestation engine, for lack of a better word in the moment. And keeping in mind that, you know, you can succeed in anything that you have in mind. It's just a matter of aligning with the right energies, sometimes the right people. Sometimes you can do it yourself. But if there's other people involved, sometimes you gotta wait. And if you are waiting, if you are in this pending phase, it's real important to focus on creativity and gratitude, where you can kind of turn your mind away from what's not working, what you can't make happen, and focus on what you can create, what you can feel, because you can drum up energy towards manifestation by doing that. So that is the message for you guys for the month of July. Focus on taking care of yourself, embrace creative projects, spend a little bit of time alone, repair, and rejuvenate and relax, and trust that things are going to go your way. It's just gonna, you know, it's shifty out there right now. That's all. All right, you guys, take care. I hope you have a wonderful August. I'll see you later. Bye.